Okay everybody, I'm making another video here on rotor button burn pattern fix 2019. We all know what this is the rotor button out of your distributor. And on the end of my rotor button, it was always black on the very corner here, on the very corner. It was always shiny and clean on this end, on that side, but always black and burnt on the end here, and always cleaning it to make the engine run faster. Now you might be noticing it on your rotor button as well. You might be burning this end. You might be burning that end as like I am. So this little video is about a discussion and maybe a fix, which I've tried, and the car is running, and over the next couple of days I'll get back to you and add some comments to my original comments about the outcome. But this is the story so far. Now you know what a distributor is. A distributor is your round thing with your cam in the middle and your rotor button that goes out over the point. And that point is in favour of the position of the rotor, and technically there's supposed to be a ignition cap post here, but let's say mine is burning. Like I said, it's burning on the end on there, so clearly it's arcing to a post here. Oh, and the rotation on my is this direction. The rotation is that way, and the vacuum advance unit is this way, right? Now so clearly as this is spinning in this direction and it's sparking, it's sparking back to this post, which is here, while this is actually travelling quickly in this direction. So let's assume that this is the alignment of all the four posts through the recoil. Oh, I'm dizzy. Right, and that means there'll be a post here, a post here, and a post here. Now I'm drawing a 4-cylinder engine obviously at the moment, but it's easy on a 4-cylinder diagram. Now the ultimate trick would be to extend this shape back to here. Give it lopsided, right? Or you could physically move it back in line, so it's actually an original shape. Let's do it in green. You can move it back to this shape. I'm trying to draw it differently over the same point, right? But you get the idea. But this original square is what we do have to live with. This is what we could want, and this is also what we could want from the distributor. So it'll always arc and spark in the middle here. Ideally you want it to spark at the front, and as you advance the engine and everything, it uses the whole surface to still feed the same post every time it flies. Of course the trick is, now I've just installed myself an AccuSpark unit, and I'm going to say that it's originally aligned with the original cam, and there's a ring around it with the magnets in it. I'm going to do the magnets in red. Let's put a red magnet there, a red magnet here, a red magnet there, one there. And my AccuSpark unit sits in here, right? And there's a tight screw there. The stub post going into the plate is there, and the unit looks a bit like this inside my Dizzy, right? And there isn't any room to move this on the plate, because ideally, if I want this to fire on target, I really want to move the magnet to get it to fire back while it's sitting here. I would want the magnets to be here, wouldn't I? So it would fire back where the green is. But you can't do that. We can't change the magnet. And picking it up and out of the gear under the bottom of the engine is not going to do much difference. Having a big think about it. And I thought, why not move the AccuSpark that way to take advantage of the magnet when it's sitting here. But I can't do that. But I can shift this plate to look like I did move it. Like I did move it already. How about moving this point this direction? That would move the AccuSpark that direction. I move this top plate in this direction. So what I did, I disconnected the screw in here, and I disconnected the screw in here from this unit, and I moved it out to here, and I put a spacer in here. This spacer brings this point this much further forward. That spacer, this spacer, and that movement, that distance, means the AccuSpark is moved forward that much. Well, technically I'd put it out here, that much. Which means I've moved this. I have moved the firing allocation back to where the green is, or even, shall I say, I've moved it back that much, technically. Right? So there's a little trick for you. What I did in my car, I actually put a cable tie, a strip of cable tie down in here, and I filled up the rest of the space with foam, like you use around the side of your door, around your house door to keep the draft out. I put 2 pieces of foam in there to take up this airspace, because this airspace will be a triangle. So I took up the airspace there so the dirt won't go into the distributor. And as such, I have technically, by moving this point forward this much with a spacer this wide, I have moved the AccuSpark forward this much. I have moved the AccuSpark forward that much by using this space and that space, and I have created this extra lead back here. I've made it fire back here as opposed to jumping wildly from this black corner. It's going to jump from this great big surface back to thing. And the car's running nice. Over the next couple of weeks I will look at the burn pattern on the rotor button, and I will report in the comments as to how much this moved, how much the burn pattern moved up towards the center. Hopefully it's hopefully in the complete second half of the rotor. Think about that. But, back to you soon.